compress busy work into 1 day a week. Hi, it's John here. It's episode 499. That means tomorrow is episode 500 and we have a ones to watch. I've got someone very senior from HubSpot, not selling HubSpot but giving some hints. Be there tomorrow, Friday, episode 500. Anyway, Marketing for Owners, the podcast. What do we do here? Oh, good question. Well, you should have been listening to the other 498, then you'd know. But in effect, I give you tips 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. On Wednesday, we have the expert interview series with just inspiring geniuses who make great things happen and have got great ideas to help you run your business. On Friday, we have the ones to watch. Now, these are the people that also are doing great things online and they have some fantastic tactics, but are possibly not so famous as the others. And I think they're the ones you should be keeping an eye on, and I don't want you to miss them. So in my tips, generally sort of 10 minutes. I'll give you a marketing tip, a way to improve your business. I'm not going to tell you how to improve your life, but a lot of this just does improve your life because I want you to be able to free yourself from the shackles of business and to be getting on with the working on your business, not in your business, and to move away from the working in your business. And that involves things like, so give me as an example. When I started Fire Protection Online, there was just me. I didn't expect it to take off in a way it did. And so when I came back, first of all, when I started it, I was living in France for a year and having everything drop shipped from friends in the UK that ran a business that agreed to do this for me as an experiment. As I say, I didn't expect it to take off. When I came back to England, I had to get a little store. I worked at home, and around lunchtime, I got in my car, drove 20 minutes up the road to a store, packed furiously all the orders of the day, then had the guy from the carriers waiting because anything ordered by 2 o'clock goes out. He was waiting, had to get that out, and then when he'd gone, I had to recount the stock and make sure I had enough, drive back to the office, put a purchase order in to make sure I didn't run out, etc, etc. And if an order was coming, the delivery guys had to ring me early. I had to dash over and take the order and get it out of the way. All this stuff whilst taking phone calls. I used to do the books before I had a bookkeeper, all that stuff. It's just busy work. After that, I saw the light. And look at me now, standing in a kitchen, recording this on a video, quite obviously not working. In fact, I'm going to be off to have something to eat, going up to a local restaurant in a tick, because I don't have to do anything to do with my Fire Protection Online business anymore. Now I do, let's not misunderstand, I am at the helm. I don't run the day-to-day. My work is to build the business. So we've got a new marketing initiative that I'm seeing a consultant in a couple of weeks. And then we've got some other things tidying up some of the current marketing to optimize, to make things more efficient. That's my job, is to grow the business. But I couldn't do that if I had to be hassled with emails or dealing with accounting issues and things. And a lot of people get stuck on that. And it's hard to get out because you may say, oh, it's great, John, you make loads of money. Well, quite obviously, I didn't at the start. It was just me. I was working all hours. So I had to figure out how to do it. And one of the most effective ways is to compress your busy work, all right? So busy work is all of the stuff that is not making you money, that just has to be done. Yes, there is stuff that has to be done. And there are things that even I have to get involved in. I have to attend, when I'm back in the UK, well, I don't have to, but I attend a couple of meetings a month and we discuss finance stuff, marketing stuff, operations stuff, this kind of stuff that as a sort of chairman, president type figure, I should be knowing about. But there are other things that need to be done. Now, You may be hiring people, you may be training people. Of course, when I started and I hired my first person, I had to train them while I was working. You have to find the time. So to compress this, I'm going to refer you to the 80-20 rule. Now, if you're not aware of this, I won't go into the old version of it, but the most effective, if you look up Richard Koch, which is Koch, or even Perry Marshall. Perry Marshall did a version of it as well, having worked with Richard Koch. But the 80-20 rule, in effect, kind of dictates much of what happens in life. It just happens. There's loads of evidence. You can read it in the book. But quite simply, 80% of your revenue will come from 20% of your customers. Now, of course, it might be 70-30 or something like that, but just go with the 80-20. And something like 80% of the hassle you get will come from 20% of your customers. So it just works in ways like that. Probably 80% of repeat business comes from 20% of your customers. But in everything you do, in every aspect, so emails, in your email inbox, is probably 20% of them are worth doing, and the other 80% are not. So to compress to 1 day a week, 20% is a fifth. So we're talking Monday to Friday. So look at everything you have to do on a day or over a week and go down the list and prioritize. Now, what I mean by that is just sort it in order of what is most important. And when you look at what is most important, you're going to have to decide how to prioritize. You might think, well, this needs to be done, but so does that. How can I prioritize? Well, let me suggest that you follow the money, because your business is, the whole point of all this is to earn money so that you have a good lifestyle. No, you don't need a Ferrari and a helicopter. You don't need to be trying to make millions of pounds or dollars. You just need to be able to have a comfortable life with your family. That's probably, and to enjoy your life and have more time. That's probably why you are in business. Plus the fact that you didn't really want a real job, because they're horrible, aren't they? But if you chase the money, so if you do things that will get a sale or get money through the door quicker than the other things. So if you're responding to emails, for example, I mean, I have said before, don't answer emails till lunchtime. But if you're responding to a whole list of emails, answer the ones that are to do with customers, because customers are important. Other things can follow, or someone else can do. So if you're doing a work, you can write out everything you have to do, and you can prioritize, and you can say important, medium important, not important, and write things in there. And once you've got it into there, in that important, because I bet you have far more in important than you should have, then write the ones right next to it, money, not money. And write ones that relate to money. And what I mean by that is I mean income, stuff coming into your bank. So that does mean customer service. That does mean customer stuff. Anything that results in customers. If there's a supplier that won't supply you because you haven't paid the bill, that's going to affect money. Do you see what I mean? But at the same time, going to the bank today, is that important? Could you go tomorrow? Can someone else do it? Can you drop it? That kind of stuff. So when I talk about money, I'm talking about getting income to keep the company going, cash flow, things like that. So I guess actually cash flow, of course, putting the checks in the bank could be important, but is that necessary today? Could that happen tomorrow? With suppliers, if you've got to pay all the suppliers on Friday and you're busy, can it wait till Monday? Are they really going to faint? Yeah, that kind of stuff. So just prioritize. And what you can do is you can start to cut down and start to aim to cut it down to do the 20% that matters. And then the other things that don't matter, you'll find if you don't do them, they may not matter the next day, and they may not matter the next day and the next day. And eventually some of these tasks that are on your to-do list and been there forever just disappear. They just disappear. You just suddenly realise that's been there for 3 weeks and I haven't needed to do it. Let's just get rid of it. And if it doesn't come up again, it doesn't come up. Simple as that. And then you start shortening your to-dos. Clever, eh? Anyway, that's what it's all about. Thursday, it is Drive Time Podcast Day. And this, I'm recommending a guy called Justin Stenstrom. Now, he's a lovely guy. I actually interviewed him for my podcast. But in researching him, listening to the podcast, I like the way he is. He's got a nice demeanour. In fact, on the podcast, it came through. It's called the Elite Man Podcast. Sorry, ladies, it's Elite Man, but he is kind of like a lifestyle coach, but he came from an area of anxiety and stress, and having fixed that, now fixes it for hundreds or thousands of other people. And he interviews good people. So it is applicable to ladies as well. It's not just for men. But I recommend you have a listen to Justin. Lovely guy. I think he'll be doing big things over the next couple of years. Final reminder, tomorrow, episode 500. It's actually Nat Barbie, but he's a great guy. You're going to learn a lot. See you then.